All right, so what I've just done here is I tilled up a row here for my watermelons. Now, last year I had my watermelons in this area here, and I had put this this weed barrier cloth down to keep the weeds down, of course, as the watermelons are growing. Because the year prior to that, I had watermelons and the weeds just overtook the watermelons and choked them out. So I did them in a small area like this, 4 rows. This year I'm going to do the exact same 4 rows, but all in one line here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing as far as putting the weed barrier cloth down, all the way down, and on the sides to keep the weeds from overtaking my watermelons. Now, to prepare the soil, I have one secret ingredient that you should really put in your soil if you don't already have it in there, which I'm going to show you next. Alright, so what I just done here is what I do to my garden, and every garden bed and any bed I do or anything I plant is I amend the soil with compost and manure. That's very, very important for anything that you're planting in your garden, because all soils are not perfect, and this just makes it better. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smooth this out a little bit. And then I'm going to put my secret ingredient that some people already have in their gardens, but watermelons really like this. So we're going to do that now. So, what is the secret ingredients I'm putting in? Sand. Not so secret, is it? Watermelons like sandy soil. I have a clay soil here mostly. So by amending it with the composted manure or some type of organic material, whether you got composted leaves, whatever you have, they need the organic material in there for the bacteria to grow and the nutrients, so the bacteria can produce the nutrients also and break down the minerals. But you need sand. I don't know why, for some reason the watermelon, the root systems like the sandy loam or sandy type soils. In fact, there's areas around the world, I know in Mongolia, in the Mojave Desert I think it is, they grow watermelons right in the sand. So they like sandy soil. But at the same time, they need the nutrition also. So composted, whatever you have, I'm using wood chips, composted wood chips, and horse manure. With the sand now on top here, I'm going to break the bags open, spread it out real nice, and then I'm going to till it all in, and we're going to put the the weed barrier cloth on top. Alright, so what I'm doing now is putting like a trench in here, because obviously the watermelons are going right here, and the water will gather right where the root system is. Man, I mean, look at the soil now, how beautiful it is. It's nice, rich, nice and fluffy. It's got the organic material in there, it's got the sand in there, and it looks really nice. So next, what we got to do after I trench this all the way down, we are going to put our weed barrier cloth down here. And the weed barrier cloth I have already has holes in it. And what I did last year, I'm just going to reuse the same ones I did last year. I had a little propane torch, handheld propane torch, and I would burn a hole about every foot on the hardware, on the weed barrier cloth there. And that's how I made the holes. Very simple. So I'm going to reuse those, and we're going to put that all the way down. After that, I'm going to put a either a drip line type system on here or a soaker hose. I might do a soaker hose. They're a little faster, and they let out, release more water. So I'll be doing that next. Alright guys, so what I'm doing here is something optional, but I would recommend it, is I have minerals here from my soil test that I had done a couple years ago now. I bought lots of minerals because I knew I was going to expand on my garden. I'll put a link to that video up here where I got my soil tested, and all that I did, I went to fixmysoil.com after I got the results, and they told me they'll mix up all the minerals that I need from my test result and ship them to me. So it has been working out great. If your vegetables and fruits don't taste good, or they taste bland, it's because they lack minerals. Okay? So, you know, if you want stuff to taste good and good for you, obviously grow your own and enrich your soil with minerals. So what we're going to do here is, after I apply the minerals, I'm just sprinkling it on top. Then I'm going to get a rake and just kind of rake it in the first inch or two of the soil. And then we're ready to put the weed barrier cloth down. Okay, it looks like I'm done here. I did the entire row. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why didn't you just use one long sheet of this weed barrier cloth? Well, the reason is because I took it from a different area that I had over here, and I might as well just reuse what I have rather than unroll another sheet of 80 foot here. So what I'll do over here, on these spots here, I'll just patch it there. But this way I'll keep the different types of watermelons. I'm going to have actually five different types of watermelons. But although I have 4 areas to plant them here, there's actually 2 different types of watermelons and 2 different types of cantaloupes I'll be growing. So it's going to be delicious. So yeah, like I said here, I'll just put a patch there. I'll cut a piece and I'll put it on there, just to keep the weeds down. And what I'll be doing is putting a soaker hose along the middle here to keep everything watered. And I'm going to start planting my seeds now. And you just got to put them under the surface, roughly a ½ inch to an inch, maybe not even an inch. And that's it, guys. And that's all I have to do, anyways. Now, if your weeds aren't bad in your area, which I don't believe that they wouldn't be, but if they're not that bad, you don't absolutely have to use this. The weeds here are just out of control here in East Texas. I can't keep up with them. So the best thing for me to do is put this weed barrier cloth down and staple it down with these 6-inch staples. I'm going to put in the description the links to where to get this weed barrier cloth and the staples. All right. And that's it, guys. The soaker hose or drip line type irrigation. So you don't have to come out here and water them all the time. And then that's it. Plant your seeds. I'll keep you up to date. My next videos on this, and show you how it's coming along. Alright guys, so I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.